must first leave Dynasty. That's still a thing, dude.
Kelly green, good.
Hmm?
Those uniforms look good.
Oh yeah, I used them yesterday. I didn't even know they had them, or I forgot they had them.
Gold. They have some gold pants.
I haven't even looked at the pants really.
In the shadow of the Golden Dome, not far from the Word of Life mural that some refer to as Touchdown Jesus, two programs, and when they get together, the drama is high. Miami comes into South Bend to take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame in a rematch of what was a thriller a season ago. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. For more on this matchup, let's go down to Holly Road.
I don't need to tell you how crucial this matchup is with Miami and Notre Dame. This is the matchup that helped to decide the bracket last year. As you know, the committee was weighing who was the better team, Notre Dame or Miami. You better believe Notre Dame has some revenge on their mind as they were left out of the college football playoff last season, and Miami went on a run to the national championship game. A lot of drama here in this top 25 matchup. This should be epic. Nice.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes.
I thought last year was way shorter.
Yeah, it's super.
Oh shit, it's showing everything.
Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Throwing Mensah. Stepping to the right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe two. And man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Rush is on him. Trying to get away. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quick release on the RPO. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, Get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Here's Mensah to throw. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what they're...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Hey, guys, we've been talking about this all week, man. What a showdown. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Who's going to come out and assert their will? And the defense wins the first battle. Getting in the backfield, creating the negative play, kind of dictating to this offense. The defense strikes first in this big-time matchup.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Williams. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Runs through a man. He might have space. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Carr looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Running wide open down the gut of the field. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you before we backed up against their own goal line.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Carr on play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Mensah got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. It's Fletcher. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running inside. It's Fletcher. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now on the counter. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. The play action fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On target over the middle. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
On the snap, it's Mobley. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right, and if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open, live to fight another.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end. He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Guys, I know 1 versus 2 largely speaks for itself, but think of everything that's at stake. Playoff positioning, impressing the committee, potential buys in the college football playoff, all at stake today.
The intensity in this...
Snags it, and there's running room. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
Throwing, Mensah. Snagged in the middle, it's Vaughn. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Mensah was going to be starting for Duke in the offseason saga that happened. Obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about Miami quarterbacks in recent history. Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Carson Beck, a lot of experience coming in. Now Darren Mensah comes in. Miami finds the guy. They have to have that spot covered. And Palmer, they got a really good one.
They have been able to reload. And for anybody that didn't know Darren Mensah and where he started, just look back to his film just 2 years ago at Tulane when he's absolutely lighting up in the American, wins an ACC championship at Duke, and now filling in for Carson Beck and a team that just went to a national championship. But this is a guy with tons of talent, and they think there will be no drop-off at the QB spot. They've got their eyes set on taking one step further this time to win it all.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move. He's loose down the middle. 10. Touchdown. Fighting Irish. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And he made the extra point without problem. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jacobs. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Here's Mensah to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Corners are going to bail. Back to pass on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Back open in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Hurricanes will call on their punt team. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Here's Carr to throw. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Vaughn. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off.
The punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the unbend. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Mensah throws for the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Canes want to pick up the tempo.
Man, that tight end looking like a svelte wide receiver, laying out with all that athletic ability to still control your body, make the catch. Nice effort by the tight end.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun on third down, Carr. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Quarterback gets enough. And he slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Play action, C.J. Carr. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Going to take a shot. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the West Virginia Mountaineers. And it's the Red Raiders, hoping that the clock hits zeros while they're still in front. A victory today would move them to 8-1 and catapult this team forward as they make their stretch run. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll open this third quarter with a run. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throwing, Carr. Here's a heat. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And the defense gets home and gets the quarterback on the ground. We heard all week how important this would be, protecting the quarterback. Last week, this defense had 4 sacks. They've done a nice job. Forget this one and move on.
Under fire. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Takes a handoff. It's Fletcher. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack?
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Throwing, Mensah. They'll wrap him up, and he is stopped well short of the 1st down marker. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Mobley. Maybe a crease. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Using his feet to buy time. Just a short pass to the tight end. Knocked down for the tackle.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll put, breaks into the open. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Jacobs. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's Mensah to throw. Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over him. And the Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The run inside. It's Fletcher. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a third down play. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to pass, it's Carr. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The defense is dialed in right now, guys. They've got the lead. They're expecting pass. Offense trying to go 4 verticals, but all game long, this defense has stepped up, and they force another incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
Nice job by the defense. It's really hard for a QB to get rid of the football when you got that much pursuit. Defense chasing after him hard, making sure he can't throw the football down the field. Good coverage, really nice speed by this defense.
Mensah. Under fire. Breaks loose. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. After the run, now to throw. Makes the grab. It's Fletcher. Oh, he's got some space. ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right?
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, going to the air. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready. Blue 22, blue 22. Ready, go.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The most satisfying play in football, and they remain undefeated. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down.
Jeez, brother.